Welcome back to the Supercross Talk podcast. Today we're missing one person. We are missing Luke for today's podcast. But anyways, we're talking about the first Triple Crown. It was at Glendale. We got a lot to talk about, so we're just going to hop straight into it. And like I said, the only person we're missing today is Luke, but we got Cam and Jared. So let's get right into this, and hopefully we can kind of try to keep this under 2 hours, but I don't know if it'll happen, but it's always worth a shot. All right, y'all ready to get started on this little 250 talk? This is the least amount of talking we're gonna do on the classes. Let's talk about. I know the very first thing that happened for the 250s was the big thing that happened was Mosiman's crash in turn 1.
Yeah,
bad luck for him for sure. I mean, I was kind of surprised to see him get caught up in that. Usually he's done pretty well staying out of trouble.
Yeah, he has. He's been pretty consistent on his starts. Do you think... Okay, let's say if he wouldn't have crashed, you think the results would have been different?
Oh, for sure.
possibly, yeah. Just considering it is a Triple Crown race.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I think generally speaking, I think he's faster than Hunter is, but Hunter's a little bit more consistent, and so they kind of play off of one another a little bit. So I definitely think there would have been different results for sure.
Okay, so anything else y'all want to say about the Mosiman crash?
No, I mean, I hope that he can rebound back, and I mean, he's quite a few points down in the series now, but hopefully when they go back to A3, he's able to at least get a podium and get back in this thing.
I do have pictures of the points. We'll talk about that at the end of the 250s. That is a question. Why are they doing 3 Anaheims this year?
I honestly don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Probably to make up for
It really is.
probably to make up for lost time since they didn't have any Anaheims. What was it, last year?
You think? I
They
just think it's just still because of COVID, honestly. Because what other tracks are they racing more than once? Or is it just Anaheim?
I think it's just Anaheim that they're racing more than once.
Yeah.
Really?
Because
I mean, they've done that before, so
Yeah.
True. I know that they added back St. Louis this year.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
'Cause all I hear from the riders, like when they ride at St. Louis, they love the dirt.
Yeah, the dirt's always
They love
pretty
Missouri dirt, and I don't know why. Considering I ride on it whenever I ride, but it's nothing special here. It really isn't.
But
I guess just how the ruts form.
yeah, I guess that could be true. Let's get into this next topic. We got some more to talk about this rider, but let's talk about Freezy just coming back from what happened last week with his getting hit by Shimoda.
He's still pulling them hole shots.
That's what he's competing after taking that gruesome hit.
I would say he is, but I don't think he really is. He just can pull a hole shot. That's really all he can do. But after a few laps, he just falls back.
yeah. But he still finished okay in each of the mains. I mean, it wasn't great, but he still did all right. I was
What
pretty
was his top
surprised.
finish?
What was his top finish? Third.
Yeah, of the night. Third?
Yeah, he got third in the first main.
Wow, I did not know that. I wasn't paying that close attention.
Yeah, I have all of those written down, so I wrote down every one. We'll can go over that. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did we figure out whether he had a concussion or anything, or did we?
I never
determine
heard
that they
anything.
just kinda
I don't
let
think.
it go?
I would say he probably didn't, obviously, since he rode, but
Man, it's so surprising with as hard as of a hit as it was.
yeah, it was a very hard hit.
Because nothing
I mean,
came
good for
out on his injury.
No.
It's more Shimoda that I feel like got the worst hand there.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if y'all have watched any of Shimoda's stuff on YouTube, but he was pretty much he showed like his chin and everything on what happened, and dude.
Oh yeah, it got pretty bad.
Yeah, he got messed
Which
up.
I really don't know how. I mean, he might have hit his head on the bar, but what he did to Freezy was
Even
insane.
worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a whole lot that you can look into that and maybe figure out how it happened, but
Yeah, I'm sure.
for the first main event, that top 5 was really competitive for a while. Besides Craig, because Craig got into first.
Showing his dominance.
Yeah, when Craig gets out in the lead, I'm sorry, nobody's passing him.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get into that later, but someone clearly knew that.
Oh, yeah. Clearly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Everyone was kind of like a freight train. Freight train back behind Craig.
In that first lap, it was. I had fun watching Jalek Swoll battling with, I think it was Thrasher that he was battling with.
Yep. Yeah, Swoll's been a little bit underwhelming this year, I feel like, but he's getting better each race, so hopefully by the end of the series he'll be up there competing for a podium or a win.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's young.
He's still young, though.
He's still super young, so he's still got a little bit of a maturing to go or to understand.
Yep. For sure.
So that's really the end of the talk on
Shimoda.
Yeah, Shimoda's got some too.
That's both, I think, second year riders, if I'm correct.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh yeah, they got some time still.
Oh yeah.
Come out. Do good, I'd say.
Yep.
So that's
Caleb,
gonna.
what else you got?
That's gonna end the talk on the main event one for the 250s. But I'm just like I said, I wrote down the top three, for like who got the podium on main event one, and it went Craig, Lawrence, Freezy.
I'd say the third position kind of is kind of surprising, honestly. Just watching him how he has done in the past like few rounds.
Who?
Breezy. Normally
he
pulls a whole shot and then drops back a little bit, but
maybe that's part of his deal is like with the Triple Crowns. There's not it's basically half the race, so you don't have to worry about dropping back as far if you are going to drop back. So I'm sure that plays to his advantage.
Yeah, that definitely could have. Let's go into main event 2. Y'all know the big topic in the 250s.
Yeah.
Freezy shouldn't have done that. That was such a dirty pass on what he did. Like
I would say more immature than anything.
They're trying to.
Craig was going to hit that line.
People are trying to say it's because the sand just got redone.
No,
the sand was redone before every main event.
Yeah.
So here's something interesting I found. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I noticed later in the race from like the sky shots that Freezy was taking that same line. He was going out or inside to outside. He was doing that consistently lap after lap. So that was just the line he was taking. It wasn't like he was like trying to cut over on Craig.
You would think he would have slowed up a little bit and not just plowed into Craig, because Craig obviously was making the pass. He's sticking to his line.
It was a boneheaded move, but it was almost a drag race to the corner, right? So they were pretty close, and it was really just playing chicken and seeing who was going to give up first, and obviously no one gave up. And
Craig ain't going to give up if he knows he's in front of him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because he knows if he can get in front, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Like nobody's going to catch him. But
and like I said, Freezy knew that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going after, it's kind of like the same topic, or kind of like in the same area. But whenever Craig got up to Freezy, because Freezy ended up taking off way before Craig did.
Yeah.
But Craig ended up catching Freezy and played the bigger man in that situation. He didn't take him out. He didn't do anything.
He did give him a little love tap, but
he did.
I think that's more just a block pass.
Yeah.
He didn't pull a bam bam, which was good. That could have probably penalized him and cost him a little bit, but
yeah.
And then you also, pretty much all main event 2 was all about Craig. Craig went from, he pulled it off again, 21st to 4th.
Which again, in that short period of time is pretty darn impressive.
If there was more time, he might win that race.
I agree. He's outclassing everybody.
He is. He's way faster than everybody in that class.
And I'll tell you what, and I think Jared made this point probably for the past couple of podcasts that we've done. Craig's whoop speed is so
impeccable.
unrivaled. It's unbelievable. You watch him go through the whoops, and he's got to be going through the whoops as fast as any of the 450 guys.
I would say probably a little faster.
I asked that question last week. I asked that exact question last week if he was up there with speed with anybody in the 450.
I would say so. I'd say probably a little faster.
There's a good chance he might be.
It's unreal. Besides anything else, that is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
It really is. You don't see a whole lot of 250s or 450s even yet going that fast in the whoops. You just don't see it.
Yep.
You don't. If you do see it, it's from a guy that has been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. But
so before we get too far away from the Craig and Freezy deal, let me ask you guys a question. So last week we had Anderson and Roxon, right?
Yeah.
And kind of similar situation, not quite the same, but in the sand, kind of sand corner. One guy was slightly ahead, one guy was blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts? Because last week it seemed like a lot of people on social media were siding with Anderson. And this week it seems like a lot of people are siding with Craig, although I feel like Freezy gets a lot of hate just all the way around. But what do you guys think in comparison to those two incidents?
I mean, honestly, I don't have a big problem with Anderson. He's a respectable rider. But he did it the week before, and I feel like he made it repetitive. But I don't know if he was going to do it again this past weekend or what, but he never got that option really. But those Honda Tough Blocks did come back and bite him in the ass. But Kenny's not aggressive enough to do anything back.
He's not.
No.
Because he's learned from his mistakes in the past.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of felt like, I don't know. It really was kind of the same kind of deal. I don't know. I think it was a stupid move on Freezy's part, but
completely agree with you on that.
At the same time, I'm getting a little bit of lag on my screen. Sorry, guys. I don't know. It was just so much of the same thing, and I feel like people are taking sides needlessly. It was a bad move on the guy that was performing the takeout in both situations.
But let's be honest, no one really likes Freezy anyways. No one really has. No offense to the guy. He's a pro. He's fast. I get it, but no one's really ever liked him.
That is true.
Well,
I feel like that's because he just hasn't really had the option to win opportunity to win a championship because he's never been there really.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point I'd like to make is Freezy's getting all this hate because he made that boneheaded move and it was a stupid move, but people just don't like him in general. So if instead of Anderson last week it was Ferrandis that came in and cleaned Roxon's clock, people would be irate over it.
Oh yeah,
but because it's a more, like you said, a more respected rider, someone that people actually do like, I feel like it was more accepted. And I don't know.
I personally don't think that's right, but it's just part of the sport. I'd say honestly.
Yeah,
the respected rider is going to get the better end of it.
Which, don't you think Kenny would be a respected rider as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's been in that class way longer than Anderson, has he not?
He has been.
Yeah, it's close, but yeah, a little bit longer than Anderson.
But
yeah, I agree with you.
I agree with that too. So.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. The 1, 2, and 3, I went Lawrence, Mosman, Shimoda. Any surprise on that one?
No, but I was happy to see.
Yeah, that was in order 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I didn't know we were still talking on that.
Yeah, no surprise, but I was really happy to see Shimoda finally up there.
Me as well. We all knew he had the speed. It was just when. Really, he hasn't. He's had the opportunity. He's had some tough get-offs.
It's just like Luke was saying.
Rounds.
He's always in the bad end of the stuff.
Yeah.
He's always wrong spot, wrong time.
Mm-hmm. He has the speed, but he just, as you just said, he's in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and can't really do nothing about that.
You can't. That's just that happens.
Yep.
I guess let's get into the main event, number 3, for the 250s.
Okay. And before we jump into that, was it the second or third main event that Shimoda and Freezy got tangled up?
I think that was the third one.
Okay.
Because
For some reason I was thinking it was the same one, but you're right.
Because Freezy, after that wreck, Freezy didn't get into the top 10 ever again. He never. I think he finished 13th in main event number 2.
That's right.
I believe you're
Okay.
right. But back,
You're right.
how about Craig's finish though? And I'm sorry to backtrack, but that finish that Craig had was still third after that big wreck.
Yeah.
And he finished third in last time he went down, correct?
Yeah, he finished third, and this
In
week,
a
and this
20
year,
minute in a 20-minute moto, but yet again in a shorter time. What is it? 10
10
minutes.
10 minutes plus 1 lap.
10 minutes.
plus
He
a
made it
lap.
back. He made it back to third again.
He finished 4th.
Are you sure? I thought he finished third.
Nah, Shimoda got third on this one. He caught up to Shimoda.
But still, that's mad impressive.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's
That's
go.
like James Stewart's like Tomac stuff. You don't see that.
Yeah, you really don't.
Yeah, if he can
Especially
do that
with
in
how
the 450 class, he'll be kicking.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Which I don't think he would, just because of how stacked that 450 class really is.
If he can transfer
No,
his
but
loop
he's-
speed into the 450s, he's gonna be good.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I agree with that. I agree with that as well.
Because that's what'll keep him in a lot of races. Because we're starting to realize a lot of
Yeah.
450 guys jump through the whoops because of how bad they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yet again, he's on a 250 and skimming.
Blitzing the hell out of them.
He does not care.
He does it.
Yeah, he's got those whoops dialed in.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
is 100. He goes into that every week, just dialed in on the whoops. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if y'all watch his YouTube channel. Every week he goes, "Oh, we practice whoops again. We practice the whoops in practice for 3 days." Like, huh?
That's all he does is practice whoops.
Yeah. Like, you're telling me you
Yep.
sit there and do whoops for 3 days?
But yet
That's-
he's still consistent enough in the rhythm sections, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
most writers have to practice everything and still to maintain most of their stuff, but he just whoops.
And
That's
looking towards
wild.
the 450 class, within recent years, it's been, I'd say, probably Roxon, Stewart, and Sexton maybe that have really been able to hit the whoops really, really well and blitz through them, and they've
Yeah.
made up a ton of
Yeah.
time because of that. You put someone like Craig in there that's
Plessinger's
arguably better than them.
also pretty good in the whoops.
He
Yeah,
is.
he's got the right build. It's all about being tall and lanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Stewart wasn't very tall.
And I don't think Sexton's very tall.
He's got the power behind him. Sexton's about 6 foot.
Okay. Well, he looks a lot smaller on the bike. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's a pretty lean dude, kind of like Plessinger.
But still, that's just like I think
Plessinger's probably one of the taller riders. Honestly,
he is. He's easily one of the tallest riders in the sport right now. But I know we shouldn't be talking this much about like 450s because we're not there yet. But Sexton is probably the fastest whoop rider in the 450s right now.
Yeah, I think at the current moment you're probably right.
Yeah,
But
I'd say if
go ahead.
Stewart still raced, it would definitely still be Stewart without a doubt. That man
Yeah.
was just insane. But
Yeah. Okay, so 250 race 3. What do we got?
Christian Craig grabbing the whole shot and checking out. Yeah, I think he came back with a little bit of vengeance on that one. But he really did. He needed to win that
I
one.
would say
He needed to win that one to have a chance at the overall. But we all know how that ended.
Lawrence is
Lawrence made the big
almost
pass on
consistent
Freezy.
enough, and he knew he only needed to get second.
Yeah, he made the pass on
That could go
Freezy,
better.
which Freezy, by the way it looked, Freezy just let him go.
I don't know. A lot like Malcolm. He made that pass in that same corner on Kenny, and Kenny didn't seem to let him go, but he really couldn't do much there.
Yeah,
It's just a good time to pass, I would say.
but I'm happy for Hunter. Won't even lie.
Most definitely.
But
Good to see him get on top of that box.
oh, it's awesome.
Finally.
Because I don't know if y'all like watch the Supercross live Instagram stories, but he has the biggest smile. He had the biggest smile on his face.
Is that his first career overall win?
It wasn't his first career win, but it's just like I think he only won one or two races last year. But
yeah, he didn't get a whole lot, and he did it pretty dominantly. I mean, Craig had his own, I guess, form of dominance throughout the evening. But what's that?
How old is Hunter?
I'll check real quick.
Because he's not much older than Jet.
No.
So he's pretty much still a kid.
Hunter Lawrence, 23.
Oh, yeah.
23?
Yeah. And let's see, Jet Lawrence is...
He's probably, what, 19?
I'm trying to see. I look up Jet Lawrence and it pops up all his racing stuff. He's 18.
Oh, he's still 18. Okay.
Yeah, he was August 9th, 2003.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because if they were doing
those 2000 kids.
What you saying, man? Yeah, but they were saying something how like your professional career, like professional Supercross career, can start at like age 16 or 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, like we've all been talking about it. Could Hayden be going into it next year?
I think Hayden and Ryder DiFrancesco are moving up next year.
I would think that too.
I would say.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That's for sure.
Almost
It
definitely.
will be.
I'm curious to see
talent.
how. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how Ryder does, within the race itself with other guys, bar to bar, because he's kind of out there on his own right now.
In the features, yeah, he's been pretty dominant in those, but
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see. But what happened to the other Team Green rider? What's his name? I can't. He's older than Ryder.
Why can I not think of this dude's name?
I can't think of his name either.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name. Dear Lord.
I feel like I want to say it's Jet something.
Here, we'll think about it. Let's go on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mosman crashed again at the end of the race this time, though.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not sure.
I don't know what.
I don't know if it was just kind of a. Yeah, was it a mental thing? You think?
I want to say yes, but it just looked. It looked like his front tire just didn't get traction. No, wait, that was Sexton that crashed on that one.
Yeah.
That was Sexton that lost his front tire, couldn't get any traction, but it's still kind of. I don't know with Mosman. It just looked like it was either. It looked kind of just like a rider error, honestly.
Yeah. And it can happen from time to time, I guess. Especially considering it's a shorter, more intense race.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he has a rebound next week. Like I said, I know he's got the speed, and he can definitely get up there and battle as a title contender. He's just got to be more consistent.
That is very true. The top three in the big races have always been pretty consistent. It's Craig, Lawrence, Mosman. But I wonder if after this week, could Shimoda start popping back? Could Shimoda start popping up?
I really hope so.
Because he got third again.
Yeah, as long as he has good luck and he doesn't get tangled up with anybody, he's going to be a factor in every race.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
This is just a little, like, for sure that we know that would have happened. Craig would have won if this Freezy incident didn't happen.
I would say so. Yeah.
He was gonna sweep Glendale.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He was sweeping Glendale no matter what if that incident wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
The guy that got first, of course, Craig, ended up he got first in 2 races and still got second overall.
Yeah,
It's sad to say, but
yeah, it's a sucky situation.
Yeah, he definitely got screwed on that.
yeah, but
He lost by what, 1 point?
yeah, he literally lost by 1 point, which absolutely sucks to say, but
Yeah.
Craig also posted on his Instagram after all that stuff happened, saying, "Oh, really, Freezy? Oh, like good job, Freezy," and all that's like pretty much just singling out Freezy because
way to go,
Freezy
Vince. Yeah, I saw
Freezy did
that.
it all. But it was honestly so funny to just see because Craig usually doesn't react like that.
No, he doesn't. Craig's a respectable rider. He has a good head. He's not really cocky.
Yeah, and I feel like it's pretty rare for any rider to call another rider out like that, just so blatantly. I thought it was pretty.
You got Weston Pike.
Oh yeah,
And that's a story for another day.
yeah. But
Did you hear he's coming back next year?
what?
Yeah, that's what I've seen on Instagram.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's true.
He'll be like the Josh Hill or whoever. He won't do anything big. It'll be cool to see him back out there. I think
Almost definitely.
probably
Yeah.
a fan favorite as the UFC fighter of the series. But
Hey, nothing goes wrong with a UFC fighter on a dirt bike.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Nah. But then you got Mr. Consistent of Glendale, Hunter Lawrence. He went with a 2-1-2, and that got him the overall.
yep, and that's what you got to do.
So
I mean, yeah.
I really don't know.
I'm really happy for him.
So am I. I think a lot of people are, because like, is he? You think he's because what? He's only 3 years into his Supercross career, maybe more.
I want to say so. Him and Jet started the same year. I want to say.
So I don't want to say he's getting into his prime, but he's also 23 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got time.
Oh, he's 100% got time. But
He stays in as long as Craig. He's got plenty of time. He's got a whole decade. So
no doubt. But Jet will, just for Jet starting so early in his age.
Jet's he's just not. He's on a different level. He's gonna be on a different level than anyone.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows that.
That's why I'm so ready for Dallas, dude. First week of the East. It's gonna be so much fun. But like I said, Lawrence was Mr. Consistent of Glendale. Shimoda ended up getting third again. We already talked about that. And then Hunter Lawrence wins the overall. I don't know if y'all want to talk about anything else about the 250s.
I don't really have much to say, and I'm sure if we have something else, we'll probably bring it back up because
I think we covered.
doing that.
I think we covered the high points of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what we're pretty good at bringing up stuff, like if we remember. So we're gonna get into the 450s now. Main event 1. Dude, Tomac, man.
Dude, it's a
He was
Blue
on
Crew
it.
show.
He's got his speed, and he's starting to get consistent, which is kind of scary.
It is. Somebody in
He still's got a speed.
somebody in that class better step up real quick. And I think Sexton might have to be the one.
Yes, I think Sexton is gonna be the one. Honestly.
He's gonna have to be.
him or Buki. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Buki's been really consistent.
Like we talked about last week, I've been waiting for Malcolm to have like that breakout ride, and I think he really had 3 of them.
He did. Because he got the good starts, and he stayed up there with them the whole race.
Yep. Yeah, he was competitive the whole time.
It's like he didn't end up having those races where he just falls off. I mean, he got his best career finish of his career in second.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't say career, 450 career. Let's put it that way. But
Yeah, I think what was the last time that he had a finish like that? Was it the Monster Energy Cup? I think.
I want to say yes.
So yeah, that's freaking awesome. I'm stoked for him.
I did forget to bring something up. It's about the points for the 250s because I said I wanted to bring that up at the end.
Yeah.
Christian Craig is at 122 points, standing in first right now. Hunter Lawrence is at 114, so he is 8 points down from Christian Craig through 5 rounds. Mosman is at 99. He's down 23 points.
Yeah.
Is
Like I said,
is there any chance?
He's really. I don't know. Anything can happen. We've seen it in past years where riders have crashed out or had really bad races, and Freezy's still riding. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything can
seriously,
happen.
Anything could happen.
So
Did you guys? Sorry to bring back up 250s, but did you guys see Carson Mumford's crash?
I did not.
Did not know.
He got bucked over the bars hard.
Oh, I did not see that at all. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that is
just saw that on Instagram.
one thing I did not see.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I think Mosman's he's got a chance. He's still not a full race out just yet. So again, yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's like 100% something could happen, but it's going to be wild. If he can pull something off and get back in this championship fight, I'm not going to say he's out of it yet, but 23 points down after 5 rounds, that's a good amount because they only got a couple rounds left.
Yeah.
It's a lot to make up. There's
I'd
no
say
doubt about it.
if his 450s, he still has a chance, but 250s, he's got to pull something out of his ass.
Yeah, he'll just have to ride strong and ride consistent and hope for the best.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts.
But do you think Craig will get a 450 sponsor, like a contract, if he does win a 250 championship?
Yes.
You think so?
I would think so.
100%.
Do you still think it will be with Yamaha?
I want to say yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Generally, they've had the larger teams in the past several years. So
It's not.
Well, yeah, they have a lot of 250 riders.
yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
want to
like
say
a
it's
friggin'
just
Little
that.
League team.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it's just that. I believe he's going to try. Like, he's going to tell them, like, hey, I'll take a pay cut or something. I'm so used to the bike. Let me stay with it. Maybe he does something like that. But it's also like, what if it's like Luke said, he can go to KTM and be at the Baker's factory. Would he
I
be?
don't see him going to KTM unless they cut Marvin.
Well, he's only got 1 year on his contract, and it's Supercross only. So.
Yeah. So
Marvin?
yeah, he's on his
Yeah.
last year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't see him getting signed again.
I don't see
really
it either.
don't.
He's not what he used to be.
I don't think he
I
really
think-
was much.
He was.
Yeah, I think.
I think he
It's
was kind of
all
something with
speculation.
Dungey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in his prime at that point.
Yeah, but I also think them
I
bringing in
just-
Cooper Webb kind of brought his morale down because nobody expected Cooper Webb to do what he did in
No.
3 years.
After watching him on a Yamaha, no one expected that.
Yeah, when they said he was going to KTM, I was like, okay, KTM just made a mistake. Now he's a 2-time
Yeah.
champion. It's like you can't
It's
control
wild.
that. So
Yeah, I think Marvin just had the Supercross only contract, just kind of to buy him one extra year. Really, I don't know how competitive they were expecting him to be at the corporate level.
see, so that's why I want to know because, I mean, KTM right now has 3 riders in the 450, and that's Cooper, Marvin, Plessinger.
They do have 3.
So could that mean if they replace Marvin, could they bring in Craig? And
They could.
Craig goes with the most winningest coach in the sport?
That would be deadly.
It would be.
The only thing, and I know we've talked about this before, the only thing with that is I think Craig's only got so much. He's only got so much time left, and there's only so much that he can really learn at this point.
I do agree with that because just of his age and how long he's been in a 250 class.
Yeah.
Do you think he's kind of adapted to the 250, like, and not really ready for the full 50?
Who, Craig?
Yeah, just because of how long he's been riding. Just because of how long he's been on a 250, do you think he'd be like still a competitor?
I think on a 450, I think he's going to be competitive. He was competitive. He was competitive outdoors. I see him being competitive in Supercross too on a 450, no doubt.
Yeah, I see it too.
I just don't know for how many years he'll do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll be like a Brayton, or maybe he'll be like a Reed that he's going to be in it forever and ever.
I could see it, but yet again, he does have multiple kids.
That is true.
Did you think he might just say, hang up the boots and call it that, and let his kids let Jagger, I should say, dig into it?
Yeah, I don't think that's his personality.
See,
you don't see Jagger doing this?
Oh no, I do. I don't think it's Craig's personality to hang it up so that he focuses just solely on them, though. I think he's going to probably do it along with them.
See, that's the thing is I was going to say the same exact thing. I think because Jagger's out there at the practice track with him.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You see it in his videos and the Deegan's videos.
He's out there with them. Jagger's hanging out with God, what's the younger Deegan's name? Hudson. So yeah, he's out there hanging out with him and riding with him. But you also got to think I know Jagger doesn't probably know much about it, but Eli Tomac's one of the greats that we will have watched.
Oh, most definitely.
So he's out there getting to watch
him.
Yeah, watch Eli.
I just don't think he's old enough to like really understand that quite yet.
Not yet, no. But the good thing is with everybody, with Hayden being on that Yamaha team,
that's a big threat. It really is.
Because he can learn. Jagger can learn from Hayden, and Hayden is damn good on a dirt bike.
Oh yeah, but do you think that kind of has something to do with his dad being who he is?
Yes and no.
I hear a lot of people say that he's not super fast. It's just because of his dad. Which I mean, I could see it, but yet again, he proves he wins.
He's so fast on a Super Mini.
Oh, he was. He most definitely.
He was probably one of the fastest people I've seen on a Super Mini, and it's
his first year on the Super Mini, went to Loretta's and swept it.
Yeah,
he won every single class.
How do you say that's because of his dad?
Yeah, you really can't.
There's nothing you can say. Oh, because my dad's a millionaire. Well, yeah, they're millionaires, but because my dad's a millionaire, I got the best parts for my bike. All because I had the best parts for my bike doesn't mean I know how to ride it.
Anyone can have a fast dirt bike. It's all about the rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very true.
It really is. So
you got to think. Yeah, his dad's training him and all that, but he's also got his own trainer.
Mm-hmm. And he's always had his own trainer.
Yeah.
Always, ever since he was on minis.
And Hudson's getting the same person. He's getting the same trainer as Hayden.
I don't see Hudson being as good as Hayden just because
no.
he doesn't really care, I should say. He's there to have fun.
Oh yeah, Hudson, if I want to say Hudson's personality is like Plessinger's.
Yeah.
He's out there he's out there for the fun of it. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no.
It almost reminds you of somebody else too if you take notice. It's kind of like the Malcolm and James kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very true.
Malcolm for the longest time was just out there just to have a good time with it, and James is the one that was hammering down and
competitive and
look how that's changed.
And now you got Malcolm being competitive now.
Yep.
which I am
Just gotta be his
very
time
happy. I'm very happy to see that.
Oh yeah, I don't know anyone that's not.
But we're only one topic into this 450, so.
Good God.
And that one talk was just about a 15-minute talk about pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
But this is a big question, saying where he ended up on the overall. What happened to Sexton in the first race?
He had quite a few crashes.
Yeah.
And it's not really crashes, just laying it over, dumb mistakes.
Like I
see
can
more mental errors. Honestly.
It was. I can understand the not getting traction a little bit.
Oh
but
yeah, track is slick.
That track was
Supercross,
hard packed.
Most Supercross tracks are normally really hard packed, especially on the West Coast.
Yeah, I think he just probably got a little overexcited and was pushing a little bit over his head or over the bike's limit for that.
But Sexton and AC are known to do that, though.
Yeah,
they both like to ride out their limits.
Yeah, that is very true.
That's just something he's going to have to work on because generally he's one of the fastest guys on the track when he keeps it on two wheels. So
I would go with that. But
yeah.
What happened with Roxon, bro? Like in the last 2 minutes, he lost 2 positions.
He fell. He collapsed.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. I thought for the Triple Crown races,
I thought it was Roxon's. I thought that was Roxon's races, dude.
I wanted to say it was because he won all 3 last year.
Yeah, he's the only rider to sweep the Triple Crown. Yeah. And I don't know.
He swept Indianapolis, right?
I hate to say it, but I want to say Kenny's career starts slowly coming to an end.
I want to say it is too.
I hate to say it, but I see it. Unless he makes a change, which I don't think that's gonna happen.
He won't. So let's go into this. Let's say, because we're all big Ken Roxon fans.
Oh yeah.
If Ken Roxon, we're just saying if it happens, which I doubt it will. If he was to retire after this Supercross season, who was your new favorite rider?
Probably Mookie. Mookie or Sexton.
I would probably rock with Mookie or Sexton also. I've liked Sexton since the 250s.
I still like Tomac. I would still root for Tomac to win the championship. As of right now, I think between
how much
him
more time
and
does
Sexton.
how much more time does Tomac have?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so what? Maybe another year or 2 at the most. So yeah, if you're talking about who I'm going to root for the next couple of seasons, probably going to be Tomac if he's got the championship headed his way.
Yeah.
Outside of him,
could you see him retiring if he wins a championship?
No.
That would be a curveball.
That would be the biggest curveball ever.
No, I think he goes for 3.
That was
you saw Dungey do it, and he was in his prime when he retired.
Yeah, but he had 4 championships.
Why not go for more?
That's a good point.
Be the greatest in the sport.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
He's already up there. He had 4. Why not make it 5 or 6?
I don't disagree with you. But Tomac's only got 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think he at least goes for 3.
He 100%. He 100% goes for 3.
I want to say the reason why what's his name, Dungey quit so early was because I think he wanted to start a family. Honestly,
yeah.
That's just me being honest, and I could be wrong, but look at him now. He's happy. He still rides, but just not near as competitive.
He just rides for the fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has a I know that. I don't know if this is true. Does he have a Honda?
He was with Honda, but he's back to KTM now.
He was with HRC, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I've seen videos of him on a Honda, and I'm like, huh?
Yep. So he was like a co-owner of the 250 team. I think it was the Geico Honda at the time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then I I don't know. I think it was kind of weird. No one really. It was kind of almost like the Blake Baggett thing, where it just kind of ended and nobody really said anything about it.
Yeah.
And then he's back riding the KTM again. So
Yeah.
Is he with Red Bull or is he just riding a KTM?
I thought he's just riding the KTM. I don't think he's with Red Bull. I think he's with his own coffee company now.
I thought he had some type of stake in the Red Bull. Dirt and like the.
I wouldn't doubt it. Him and Roger DeCosta were like
tight.
super close.
Yeah, because I thought something came out on him saying that like he has a little bit like a stake in the Red Bull KTM.
I would not be surprised.
Me either.
Because he left Suzuki to go with DeCosta too.
He went with DeCosta.
Yeah, he pretty much followed him, and then look where.
But Roger did promise him he would win championships if he went with him.
He did.
Look
and he won championships.
Oh yeah, he did.
But yeah, so I don't know. Going back to the original question, for the next couple of seasons, I say it's Tomac that I root for the championship if it's not Roczen. Outside of Tomac, I really like Chase Sexton, and I really like Malcolm Stewart.
I think we all have the kind of the same point of view on our riders. I really do.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing. Like,
I can see Jason Anderson's career also coming to an end if he doesn't really do much in the next couple of seasons. I really could.
I don't know. How long is his contract with Kawasaki? I know we've talked about this.
I was just about to ask that because I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
Because yeah, I could see once his thing is up with Kawasaki, he probably ends up, calling it quits. Or who knows? Maybe he rides privateer, or maybe he gets a smaller sponsorship or something. That
I mean, he loves to privateer.
You don't think? He just loves to go out there and ride. So I could see it.
I'm trying to find this contract for Anderson.
I mean, if it's anything like the normal contracts, it's probably a 3-year deal. And
I would say.
I mean, after
how long's Kenny's contract with HRC?
I think it goes through another year. I think it goes through 23.
I'd say if he doesn't win anything in the next year or two, he's probably done. I don't see him really going.
Anderson's contract is for 4 years.
Oh, for 4 years, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I'll look up
Rossman's. You think he's gonna stay with it for 4 years?
Yes, because he's got the speed.
He does. He's been insanely fast on that Cowie.
Well, so Jared, are you asking, is he going to stay with it in terms of being a title contender, or is he going to just stay with it in terms of just being out there riding and having a good time and being a top 10 guy?
Just being out there.
Oh yeah, no, he stays with it for the full 4 years, no doubt. Unless he gets seriously hurt, yeah, he's out there to have a good time. So I say he's in it.
Ken Roczen is into his 3rd and final year of his contract.
Oh, this is his last year.
Yep, he signed his contract 3 years ago.
So it'll only be good through outdoors then? Is that correct?
Yeah, he's got it all the way through outdoors, and then he's either got to sign back or decide what he's going to do.
If he doesn't win an outdoor championship, I see him calling it.
See, I don't think he would call it.
I don't think he's going to go to another team. I don't think he could leave HRC like that.
I don't think he'd leave HRC, but I kind of want to say he might take a little bit of a pay cut.
No, I say he goes out with Honda.
I would say,
and it's all speculation, but yeah, it's all.
I wish he would go back to Suzuki, but that team is no longer a team.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
He was insane.
I don't have much to say about the Suzuki team.
Yeah,
dude, he was insane.
He was fast. I remember, I think it was like 2016 when him and Dungey were going at it in Dallas, and that was a crazy race.
Because they were just Kenny back in his prime.
Yeah, that was whenever he was fast and really competitive.
He never won a championship on his Honda, has he?
Nope.
No, unfortunately, no.
If any year would have been his year to do it, I think 2017 would have.
Yeah, because
he won the first 3 rounds. He won the first 2.
If he wouldn't have crashed, oh my god,
he was unstoppable.
Oh yeah, he he walloped those first couple of rounds like they were nothing.
He was the
Like, no
fastest
one
guy.
had anything
He was
for
the
him.
fastest guy on the track.
So I remember it was Anaheim 1, San Diego, and then A2.
And then A2 is
Yeah,
whenever he ended up.
Yep. I think his career just went downhill from there. I really do.
I think
No, because he's had the upticks from there. I mean, he came back from the injury. He was competitive in the championship until he got in
Yeah,
with the web.
he was, but once
Last
Wade got
year-
the points, he was done.
Yeah, but last year was really a high year for him. You can't say that he wasn't fast and he didn't have a great year when he finished second in the series or whatever. He swept Indy. He won, how many was it? 5 or 6 total races, maybe more than that.
Yeah, he won a good amount.
He was the guy until the last several races of the season.
Yeah. All right,
So,
we need to go into the second topic. Or really the third topic, because we already did talk about Sexton in the first race. And, well, damn, we're in the fourth topic. I'm going full smooth brain. Anderson finally made a clean pass on Roxon.
I know.
It was still aggressive though.
It was aggressive,
was.
but it wasn't as aggressive. So we're gonna count it as clean.
I'd say it's just a normal Anderson pass. Honestly.
Yeah,
Yep.
he made
he's aggressive.
he made a clean aggressive pass. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yep. He was going by him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't gonna. Once again, he wasn't gonna let off to give Kenny any room. I was happy that Kenny didn't end up on the ground. What's that?
Those Honda tough blocks got him, dude.
I think the Honda's just trying to tell him something.
Yeah, they knew Kenny wasn't going to do anything, so they had to do something.
Yeah, and so it's kind of funny. So I think there must have been a lot of obviously the track was breaking down pretty quickly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I would assume it had to do with just really deep ruts on the faces and landings of the jumps. But both Anderson cross jumped into the bales, and earlier in the day, I believe it was during qualifying, Ferrandis had a big one like that too, where he went from one side of the track clear to the other side, getting launched, cross rutting on the face of a jump. So I don't think he was alone in that.
Really, I did not see Anderson or Francis crash.
Yeah, it was during the race day live. Well, and he didn't. I don't think he crashed, but it shot him all the way off the track.
Oh shit. Yeah, I did not see that.
But let's just go into who got first, second, and third. First, Tomac. Second, Anderson, and third, Stewart. Does that surprise y'all?
Tomac and Anderson, no. That's kind of where I figured that they would be at.
Mookie, most definitely.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. I expected him to be top 5, but I was hopeful that he would be on the podium. And
was that overall, Caleb, or was that?
No, that was just for main one. That was for main one on the top 3. Was Tomac, Anderson,
we're still
Stewart.
on main one.
Yeah,
God.
we're still on main one of 3 for the 450s.
Oh boy! All right.
yeah, we'll try not to stray too far off topic with this stuff.
It's not a bad thing though that we're doing. It's adding them.
No.
But
Yeah, no, I was like I said, super stoked that that Mookie was able to get up there and hit third. I think I was more surprised that Sexton and Roxon were not on the podium.
Honestly, yeah, it really was. Mainly Sexton, Roxon, kind of, yeah, but mainly Sexton.
I think
Just
I think
how he's been riding this year.
it didn't really surprise me he didn't get podium on the first race just because he had 3 wrecks.
Yeah,
So
but he still battled back to what?
he did. I want to say 5th or 6th.
That's still impressive.
Yeah. Let's get on to main event number 2. Tomac again. 2
Tomac was out for it,
fantastic
dude.
starts. If you're gonna
And
let
you could
Tomac
tell-
get that good of a start, you might as well. You better battle for second. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
catching.
and you could tell that he was working, but he wasn't working hard. He was
No.
just out there just cruising.
He
And
was.
no
He
one
knew
could touch
he
him.
knew if he got the start, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's always been the thing we've talked about that time and time again with Tomac. If he could just get his starts, he would be a dominant rider. Well, he's getting the starts.
He's
and
getting them
no one
now.
can
He
the
better-
best I've ever seen by Tomac, honestly.
Yeah. whatever it was, as long as he keeps it up, he's going to be untouchable.
I'd say he's got the championship.
He ate his Wheaties that week.
He ate something.
Yeah, but really nothing else to talk about on Tomac getting 2 great starts. It just looked like he was in cruise control on off the start gate, man.
Oh,
it's just
definitely.
Yep, he had it in the bag.
Yeah,
Anderson was making a push though.
he was. Anderson was pushing hard.
Yes, he was trying to get there to stop him, but he just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. I've asked this question 2 weeks. This is now going to be 2 weeks in a row. What is wrong with Cooper Webb?
I don't know.
He's getting passed so easily.
He doesn't. I don't think he's got it.
Did we talk about this last week? Maybe where we were saying that he just kind of looks different.
Yeah, he looks
yeah,
different. I don't think he should have left the Baker's factory.
I think he's put on some weight. Maybe.
He has, 100%.
I was gonna say he's looking a little chunky out there.
He is. He ain't looking like. He's not looking like championship Webb.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's, like I said, we talked about this. I think after A1, where is there a Cooper Webb dynasty upon us? He's going to have. I still stand with my original comment. He's going to have a really hard time defending his championship. Oh, really hard time, especially
but
now.
he's still in the points somehow.
Yeah, he is. It's consistency.
Somehow.
But if it keeps on staying like this, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be out by round 12, 13.
Easily, I'd say before then.
It probably will be before then.
If the top riders that we've been talking about a lot step it up.
If Tomac, Sexton, and Stewart can stay together and just stay consistent and be up there up top, Tomac ain't staying up. I mean, not
if
Tomac.
Roxy can somehow make a bounce back,
Webb will not be anywhere in talks. No. Nobody will talk about Webb that much.
No one really has been.
Yeah, like
only the announcers don't really talk about him.
Because it's like the only thing that they can bring up about him. Where's our defending champion?
Yeah, and that doesn't really sound good.
That doesn't? No.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can make a run at it. Again, like you said, he's not too far off. He's still in it in the points, so anything can happen. And I think he's going to have a hard time defending. Is all. I don't think it's impossible by a long shot.
Because we know what Cooper Webb can do.
Oh yeah, especially late in the season and late in the race.
He's done it both times he's won a championship.
Yeah. It happens every time he wins a championship, but he's not. I'm gonna be honest with you, not as fast as Sexton.
But
he's not as fast as Tomac.
The first year Webb won his championship, who won it the next year?
Tomac
did. Then who won it after Tomac?
Anderson.
Webb. Yeah.
Webb. Do you think it could be a repeating thing, maybe?
Oh my God.
I could see it.
Could you see that?
I never thought about that.
I've been thinking about it ever since Tomac really switched bikes because I was feeling he was going to be fast on the Yamaha just because of how much power the Yamaha produces compared to the other bikes.
Just imagine this: number one
and
plate
Tomac's
on a
riding
Yamaha.
style.
Tomac's riding style is nasty.
Yeah,
it's insane.
And if he goes out there,
I'm ready to see him outdoors on this Yamaha.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was fast on a Cowie, but on a Yamaha, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, if he can go out there and take his outdoor championship back from Fernandez, that'd be sick. But anyways, we're getting off topic again.
Yeah. I just want to say one more thing about what we were talking about, the championships. Imagine the number one plate on on Tomac's Yamaha. That would be nasty.
It looks sick.
I can see it. I'm starting to see it, honestly.
Like, you're already seeing.
I haven't really been a huge fan of Tomac.
But he's been getting better.
Most definitely, he has been. I've never had anything against him. I just never was a huge fan. But
the only guy I don't like is Webb. Be honest.
Yeah. I don't like Fernandez at all. I really don't.
See, I like Fernandez. I like his
I like
speed.
Fernandez and Muscat.
I hate Muscat. I know.
Alright, that's enough personal opinions.
Yep. we don't need one of
On
them.
to the next.
We don't need one of them to see this.
I really don't want to know, but you never know.
Hey, anything can happen, and then before we know it, we're gonna be getting fucking dug into the ground, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
But second thing is Ferrandis keeping pressure on Roxon and committing to making the pass that he did.
Yeah.
I mean, Fernandez is trying. I mean, he's putting his best foot forward, and I think he's finally got things figured out. So
you think so? I think it's just the class is insane, dude. I really do.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the class is so damn good.
Like he hasn't really slowed down.
Ferrandis has been
He's
riding
just-
fast. It's just everybody's faster.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but the class is just
Stupid.
insane.
yeah, I think in the next several rounds he'll just keep getting a little bit better and a little bit better and more consistent, a little bit faster. I think you're starting to see him get a little bit more comfortable on the bike. That being said, I'm sure we'll get into that third main where he had his get off, but
Yeah,
generally speaking, I think he's getting
he's been getting
more and
way
more
more
comfortable
comfortable
with
on the bike.
yep,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
That's the end of the main two. So, first place, Tomac, of course. Second place, Stewart. Third place, Sexton. We didn't really talk about Sexton in main two, but he was just staying consistent. He was staying on two wheels that race. That's all he was doing.
Yep. And did you guys see the big line that he was hitting
Yes.
right after the finish line?
Yeah, dude, I saw.
I
Did you
believe
see?
so.
Did y'all see his story? How he reposted somebody else's story and saying like, it was only Sexton that I saw hitting this line, and it was that line you're
Yeah.
talking about.
That's friggin' crazy, man. He was just like hucking it.
Like triple,
Unbelievable.
quad, triple.
Oh my! I did not see that. I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was just.
He was flying.
Yeah, he was, and that only shows how much. Excuse me. That only shows how much Tomac was on cruise control that he still didn't quite catch Tomac doing that.
And you got to
Doing
think
that big
after he hit that section once, he was probably like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that
'Cause
time
in
never
your-
went down on Tomac.
No. I honestly think Tomac. I hate to say it, but he's like Craig. He's just dominant right now. He's the dominant
Yep.
one.
But yeah,
He is.
Sexton
just-
still had a
it's
really
just-
good ride.
It's just who's gonna stop him.
Sexton.
Yeah.
Sexton's gonna be the one to stop Anderson if anybody's gonna do it.
Sexton or Anderson, you think?
It's gonna be Sexton or Anderson. I just feel like Stewart is gonna be in the right spot at the right time in one of these races.
I say
Totally
Mookie's
agree.
gonna be a spoiler, kind of. Honestly.
He is. Like I said, he's gonna be in the right spot at the right time when one of them try to be aggressive on Tomac, and he's gonna be right there and take the lead.
He's gonna be on the top box.
He's gonna be there. One of these races, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But we can get into the main event number 3. Stewart. I know we're talking about Tomac, but with the starts, but Stewart, I wanted to wait all the way until main event 3 for me to write down this topic, but Stewart was damn consistent on his starts all night.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm very happy to see that because
As am I.
I'm a Stewart. I like Stewart.
We all like Stewart.
I like James, and I love Malcolm. I love Malcolm for his attitude and his like personality.
Oh yeah. And how far he's come.
yeah,
look
he
at how
went
far
from
he's come.
he went from pretty much like like he can show up every once in a while to
Yeah.
this year he's somebody I'd be worried about.
Possible title contender.
Yeah, I would definitely be
Very
worried about him
possible.
this year.
Yeah, he was consistent on his starts and he held it together consistently and battled.
Yeah, he
Up
didn't
at
mess
the
up
front,
much
so.
in the races, which is good.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we haven't seen him mess up very much in the races all year. That's why he's got his... Going into last week, or going into Glendale, he has been an average finish of 5th.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's insane to say for Mookie.
It really is.
He's on it.
And I love to say he's still got more years.
Oh, he does.
Oh, for sure.
I want to say he's a young
no
buck,
doubt about it.
Kind of is. Got a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Really get faster and learn. And that's kind of scary just to see what he can do.
Yeah, if you give him more time to learn on that, if he stays at the Baker's factory, I think he'll win a championship.
Oh, he's gonna be.
He'll win a championship once in his whole career. Or
I would like to say he might win multiple.
Yeah, out of his 450 career, if he stays with the Baker's factory, he's gonna win a 450 championship.
And I think he realizes that too. I really do.
I mean, I think you got it. I think if you're any rider and you go to the Baker's factory, you got to think, I'm with the winningest coach in this sport.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's got to be like your motivation to go there, right? Like you go there and you
look at Dungey, you look at Webb. I hate to say Webb, but you look at Webb and Dungey and whoever else is boxing.
Didn't he do Villapoto too?
I want to say so.
Yep.
And
so you got to think. Go ahead.
I've watched like Villapoto's life stories and stuff on YouTube and all that. And when Villapoto was with Alden Baker, he hated him.
Oh yeah.
Villapoto hated him. But look what he did for him.
Yep. No doubt about it.
Made him one of the greatest riders to be on the planet in Supercross.
Yep. You go to Alden because you want to win championships.
Yep.
Yeah, that's end of story.
But the thing is, you only see Husky riders and KTM riders.
Yep.
Not everyone gets that opportunity like those guys.
Yeah.
But I think if anyone gets a sponsorship from Rockstar or Red Bull, they're most likely going to take it.
Yeah.
Because now, does he have Plessinger too?
Yeah, he does. Which maybe that can help Plessinger. I really hope it does.
I think it could.
I really hope it does help Plessinger. Plessinger, he's just such a good dude.
He has a great attitude.
He does.
You don't see that in the sport.
No, you see a lot
nowadays.
Nowadays you just see a lot of people that are. I'll be honest with you, they're kind of douchebags now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's so much that, but just everybody's just so professional, and you look at somebody like Plessinger, and even Mookie's got a little bit of that too, where it's just a happy-go-lucky attitude, just happy to be there.
And
it's like Jensen, but he started
exactly.
that way too because he knows he's fast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but he's a kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all about the confidence.
If you're a kid and you're that fast in Supercross, beating people that have been in the game for longer than, I don't even know, like you've watched them race growing up and you're racing against them and beating them, that says something.
Yeah, for sure.
And
okay.
Well,
ahead,
go back to this being the sport being more professional. Who brought that into the sport?
Being more professional?
Yeah, like who came in being trying to be Mr. Professional into the sport?
Dungey.
Well, I think it goes back before that. No, I think Carmichael was really the guy that set everybody apart.
You think so?
Yeah, but then I also want to say
everybody was.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, everybody was still, partying. Look at the McGrath and Emig era. Gosh, can't talk. And those guys were, for the most part, pretty heavy partiers. And then Carmichael came in, and as Villapoto has said, and a couple other guys have said, Carmichael kind of ruined the sport for everybody because he made everybody work. I mean, he set the bar so much higher in terms of the fitness and the skill level, and then also the professionalism of the sport.
Compared to a normal rider, he's an itty bitty guy.
Yeah,
he's not very big.
He's not.
He had to work for it.
Yeah, and it also is, like I said, that mentality too, where he's got the more professional attitude towards things. So I think he's probably the one that ushered it into the sport originally.
Yeah, but could you also say it might have been... I know this is further down the road from all that. What about Roxon showing up in a tuxedo that year that he broke his arm?
Well, there's a difference between... Let's be very clear. There's a big difference between professionalism and class. Roxon brought the class.
Roxon did bring the class, but he showed up. He showed up in a... Like, everybody else was in their gear. He's the only dude there in a tuxedo.
That's just Roxon.
Yeah, that's...
So, yeah,
I love it, though.
I think you're right. You're right. I loved it, too. I think it's awesome, and it's great to see somebody kind of thinking outside the box again. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's bringing that class, right? Nobody else is wearing a tux or a dress shirt or anything. Everybody's wearing their jerseys with their sponsors and everything on it. He rolls up in a...
Wearing a cowboy hat.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that he brings
cowboy
that.
Boots. To track walk. You don't see that. It's just that right.
At that point, just let him race with his boots.
Honestly.
Can you imagine that? They just bring that up like, Plessinger's got his cowboy boots on. That would be
He's just a fan
awesome.
favorite because of his attitude.
His attitude,
really
like he's
is.
so happy to just be there. But let's get into this next topic of the main event 3.
Yep.
Cam said we were going to bring it up. Dylan Ferrandis and his little... He didn't finish the race.
Did you guys both see the get off?
I did not see the get off. I just saw
didn't
them
either.
showing what showing him in the pits, pretty much.
Yeah, he's on the side of the track, and his
So
that crew's looking at him, looking at his bike
Dean
and all that.
Yeah, so he was getting ready to make the pass on Dean Wilson just after the whoops. They went through that right-hand hairpin and over the double, and Wilson's rear tire either like spun out or he cross-rutted or something, and he cross-jumped over and clipped Ferrandis in the air and took him out. So it was a pretty hard wreck.
Yeah, that is not good. I guess it's not good to hear that, but it's also good to see that Ferrandis got up and drove
It's
off.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Most riders don't make out of that okay.
Yeah, so hopefully it was just a bad luck situation. It wasn't Wilson's fault.
It was just wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly.
He kind of had the Shimoda error there.
Yeah, and it was just barely a clip. Like it was just enough that Wilson touched over on Ferrandis, and that's all it took, and it just made him off center or whatever, and down he went. So yeah, it sucks. And there's been a lot of that this year. There's been a lot of takeouts this year, and there's been a lot of just weird freak stuff.
Wrong place, wrong
rider
time.
contact. And, exactly. It's been the story of the season so far.
Which it's bringing a lot of stuff into it. I'm not really complaining about it, but I also am at the same time because I'd rather see clean, fast racing.
I don't like the drama with all the dirty riding and everything. I don't agree with that. But as long as nobody's getting hurt in all these mishaps, aside from the dirty racing, I'm okay with people stalling their bike or going off track or whatever it is. It makes the racing more exciting. I'm okay with that, but I don't want to see anybody race dirty, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Yeah.
Someone that we haven't really heard from those Barsha. What happened to him?
He's doing Barsha, man.
Just falling back.
He is.
He normally does.
That's what's been happening. Like they said in the first 2, I don't know if y'all really were paying attention to what the announcers were saying, but the first 2 rounds he started off good. He was up there in contention. But these last 3 rounds, he has been having to fight back to get into contention. He hasn't had a start. I think his best start through these past 3 rounds since round 2 has been 10th.
Wow.
I think that's what they said is like his best start was 10th. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like Barsha. But if that's what they're saying, it's got to be true.
It does.
I mean, we've seen it a couple of times in the past, or multiple times in the past, where he'll start out the season kind of the same way Roxon does, really, where he starts out the season strong and starts to fade off a little bit.
Yeah.
After the first several rounds. Now, Roxon's not always done that, and Barsh has not always done that, but we've seen it from them more often than other riders.
I know we're gonna go backtracking, but back to Kenny. His health condition, when they had all the Salt Lake rounds, he got shingles. And the toll that did on his body was insane. So do you think that's still kind of hurting him in a way?
Possibly.
I'm sure we'll find out, 10, 20 years from now that he's got a ton of different ailments that he didn't want to tell his competitors about, or let them know that he had. I guarantee it.
But just think, though, in the Salt Lake rounds, he'd start off good, but he'd fade away, just like he did this past round.
Yeah, that is true.
So you gotta think something's going on with him. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to share it. Can you blame him?
Nope, not at all.
It's really no one's business but his and his wife. But
yeah.
Well, and I think that goes for. See, that's an issue I have with. I don't know if it's really an issue. Just one thing that I personally wouldn't do is like. You look at, and I know James and Reed and Carmichael have all talked about this, where they didn't let anybody know anything of what they were doing in their program, whether it was diet or workout or on bike stuff. They were private and they were like in secrecy, so their competitors did not know anything about what they were doing or how fast or whatever.
But nowadays, everyone shares it.
Exactly, and I think that's. I don't know. It's a generational thing, obviously, and it's somebody like Dino, and there's a lot of guys that thrive on it, and it's a great way to connect the fans. But as a racer, I wouldn't want my competitors knowing what I'm up to.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's one thing that like you said, it's generational, but if
which Roxon really doesn't do until like the end of the season.
Yeah, generally he's a pretty private guy for the most part. But
the Salt Lake rounds, he didn't let anyone know until the season was really over.
Yeah. But all right, what else we got? I know we're getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
Musquin's little rider error in the turn, and it caused him to lose a podium spot for not overall, but podium spot for main 3.
I think I might have missed this one.
That just sounds like Marvin, honestly.
Yeah, it honestly does, but I don't know if it would have helped anything.
I don't think it would have really.
Because he wasn't in podium overall talk at all that night.
What do you think he needs to do to get back into contention? Maybe not necessarily for the championship, but just for consistent podium finishes.
Starts. I think that's. I know he can be a good a good racer, like deep in the race, but I feel like it's all in the beginning of the races where it's down bad.
I kind of agree with you.
You think it's all in the beginning?
I say if he doesn't get a good start, then he's kind of just not there.
Well, what about the race where he started out front and he faded all the way back to, what was it, like 7th, 8th, 9th?
Yeah.
Nah, that's just, at that point, it's just the guys being faster.
Yeah, or his, I'd say cardio or conditioning and all that, just because of how long he was off the bike all last year, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Just blabbing stuff off at this point.
Oh, yeah.
It's all speculation.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really is.
I know this is Chase Sexton. He did check out. He got a good start. He checked out, but later on in the race, Anderson started doing Anderson. Anderson making passes on Tomac and Stewart.
Yeah.
I mean, Anderson's kind of got that thing this year, and I know we've talked about it where he might be riding over his head a little bit, but he's got that like Tomac thing about him where when he gets on fire, he's just
on fire.
freaking on rails. Yeah.
Ain't no stopping him at that point.
Yep. It's going to be exciting to see him and Tomac and Sexton too, but I think Anderson and Tomac both have that fire thing that can get lit under them during a race and just be untouchable. So if they both get the starts, or both out together, it's going to be super awesome to watch.
Yeah. So Barsha, he ended up passing Roxon and looked really clean for a Barsha pass.
I would just say because of the position, honestly.
Because they weren't in position to be top 3.
No, I'd say
Well,
they're just riding smart. No need to.
And Barsha's also got
Respect.
probation too.
Yeah, and he's got respect for Kenny though too.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
You don't think? You don't think so?
But it kind of.
We'll move on.
You don't think he does? I'd say they both respect each other to
a point. To a point.
Yes, to a point.
We'll
They
move on.
respect each other.
Cam just doesn't want to put his 2 cents in on that.
Yeah. Let's hear it, Cam. Come on.
Yeah, come on. You got us this far. You got to say it now.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, it's all good.
You say it right now.
No, I don't. I'll say this and then we'll move on. Seriously, but I don't think Barsha has any respect for any rider.
I think he does.
I think he does as well. I think you're wrong right there.
But we'll agree to disagree.
You're wrong there, bucko. But me and Coy are on the same side on that. He's definitely got respect for some. That
He's got
what?
respect. I'd say more of the veterans in the class he has respect for. Rookies probably not because they really haven't earned his respect.
But can they earn Barsha's respect?
I don't see it.
Neither do I. It's like because that's a hard person to get their respect on.
Oh, most definitely. He's just bullheaded and he doesn't care.
He's one guy you're not gonna get respect easily.
No,
because even if you clean pass him, he's still gonna come back.
Oh yeah, he just gets that fire built up. He goes, "Oh, you think you can just pass me?" He just doesn't care. Which is one thing I do like about Barsha.
Yeah, because he will fight back. If you pass him, he's not going to give up. He's going to come back and he's going to do everything he can.
Without a doubt.
All right, what's next?
Really, it's just that was the last topic I had about the main event 3. Besides Sexton getting.
Wrapping this up then.
Yeah, we are pretty close.
I have the.
I said, do we have the fantasy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let me finish this off real quick. We got Sexton getting first, Anderson second, Tomac third.
It's no surprise to me that Tomac was just out there at that point.
I think he knew. It's like they were saying at the beginning of the race. His pit crew definitely told him you need to be inside this position to win.
Oh yeah, he was just out there at that point, honestly.
But
he knew he could get to that position easily.
Yeah,
and just sit there. He didn't have to fight.
In a race like that, you know where you need to be to win the overall. There's no sense in pushing out there to sweep or whatever and end up hurting yourself.
Dungey did that all the time.
Yeah.
Because he wrapped up with championships early in rounds.
Which I want to say it was good for him, But at that point, he would end it like around 13, and it's like, dude, I don't even want to watch anymore.
Because you already know who's going to win.
Yeah, it's like you already know who's going to win the championship. What's the point of watching it just besides seeing who can get second?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good thing about this year, especially, is I don't think anybody's going to be wrapping it up too soon.
Do you think we're going to have more class winners in the 450 class?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I say Stewart gets a win for sure.
Stewart will get a win. I want to say Ferrandis can, but he needs a start.
Yeah.
He needs a start.
If he gets a start, he can, absolutely. He showed, this past race that he could be the fastest guy on the track, time-wise, so... Yeah, I say we at least have one or two more winners this year.
What happens? What do y'all think happens if Barsha sneaks a win?
I really don't know. Just like Kenny at this point, really.
Like, yeah, Kenny won A1, but
I feel like Kenny's pulling the Barsha right now, honestly.
he 100% is. It sucks to say it.
Yeah. But he really is. Win A1 and then just
glides. He just chills. It's like, you can't do that. Like, but I know mine and Jared's prediction for first was correct.
Oh yeah,
because we predicted Tomac.
I had the top 5 rounded out. Just they're mumble jumbled.
Because I think I picked Sexton to get third.
I think I did as well. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with mine, so I guess I didn't make up as many points as I really wanted to. But I had all of the top 5 correct, just not in the correct spots.
That's how I was. But y'all ready for the wrapping this up?
I got 2 more things. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of just a remount after what I just said. Tomac is the first 2-time winner of this year.
Yes, he is, isn't he?
And that was Yamaha's first time winning a Triple Crown.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's their first time ever winning a Triple Crown in Supercross.
I'll be damned, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. They said it after the race, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a topic that's got to come up. And I figured, why not bring it up at the end whenever we talk about Tomac winning?
I think regardless of what happens in terms of championship this year and
Yamaha's
even championship next year, I think between Ferrandis and Tomac, they're going to put Yamaha back on the map.
Oh, most definitely.
I think they already are back on the map. Just with Tomac doing what he's doing, Ferrandis is showing huge upside.
Plus Christian Craig.
Yeah, and you got Christian Craig, and then you also got one of the, I want to say, brightest young riders in Deegan, but you can't say anything about him yet.
Only time will tell with Deegan.
You can't tell because we've only seen him in motocross. So unless anybody watches that Futures, I don't really watch it. I'll be honest with y'all.
Does he race in the Futures?
I want to say yes, but I want to say no because I've seen it on the Deegan's YouTube channel, and it is there was one where it was Hayden races A2, but I didn't watch it.
Huh. Well, he also didn't do very good.
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe just motocross is his way of winning, or
he is insane outdoors.
He is.
He's got time.
Yeah,
I say he's probably going to be the next Tomac on the outdoors. Honestly.
Well, we'll see. It's all real early.
I just wish for all of our predictions, I wish we would have remembered that it was a Triple Crown. Because that would have changed my prediction so much. I thought it was just a normal race.
Was I the only one that remembered it was a Triple Crown?
Most likely. You probably were the only one, because I completely forgot. Right before the races started, they said Triple Crown, and I was like, oh, my predictions could have been so much different.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly happy, because if I would have known it was a Triple Crown, I'm putting Roxon in second. I'm going to be honest with you, because I thought that Triple Crown just seems like the way Roxon would win.
Yeah, I think we all kind of figured Kenny would do a little bit better.
I was
quite a bit
expecting
better.
him to. I really was. But Who knows?
Yeah. So
But y'all ready to hear these? Ready to hear the our, I'd say, top 3 in our wild card.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, go for it.
You can pick who
Well,
starts it.
for this week's wild card, it is 14th.
What?
14th place is the wild card pick for
Oh
what is
my
it? Round
gosh.
6.
Yeah, round
yeah,
six.
round 6, A3. I'd say Cam, you want to lead it off?
Oh, not really. Okay, so let's see. 14th. Holy cow. Let's go. We'll do Brandon Hartraft. How's that? For
Okay.
14th.
I like that.
Let's see. How did he do last week?
Let's take a look.
14th last week was Justin Bogle.
Really?
Wow.
That's a breakout
Yes.
ride for him this year.
Brandon Hartraft got 13th.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm sticking with that.
Okay.
I'll go with
Okay.
Hartraft for sure. And they're back at A3, so it's still kind of a toss up for everybody. I say for third, I think we'll go with Jason Anderson.
Okay. He got second last race.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say that Malcolm Stewart gets a second.
okay.
And I'll put. Man, I hesitate to put him
Let's
in
hear
there.
this. Let's hear this oddball here, because I know you're about to throw an
You're about to
oddball.
throw somebody
no,
random.
No, it's not. No, I would go with Tomac for the win. I think
Three
he's just-
straight?
I think he's on it right now.
I see it as well.
I can see that.
Bean or
I could
Caleb,
be wrong.
Caleb, do you want to go next, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
All right, for 14th, I'm kind of in the same boat with Cam's, but
Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mitchell Oldenburg.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Third place, I want to say Anderson or Mookie. I'm gonna go with that, but I'm gonna go with Sexton in third,
Oh.
Okay.
and Mookie at second, and then
Okay.
obviously Tomac. He's on fire.
He is.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah. So a little bit of rearrange, but we kind of agree for the most part.
Yeah. All right,
All right.
Beans. Best for last. Let's hear it.
14th. It's a little out there. I'm gonna say Dean Wilson.
Oh,
He's
he got
kind of.
ninth
Okay.
last race. He got another top 10.
Oh, I know, but that's kind of my throw out there.
He has been a consistent top 10 rider in the past 2-3 rounds.
Yeah, but this is where it's gonna get a little crazy. Well, not a little crazy. It's gonna be same guys, pretty much y'all said. I'm putting Stewart at third.
Okay.
Sexton and Tomac are going to battle for first. I see Sexton pulling this one out, though.
Think
Really?
so.
I can see Sexton being the second
That's
two-time winner
That's
this
a bold
year.
prediction. That is a bold prediction.
It's a very bold prediction, but I think this is
I don't
the
know if
week.
it's
If
that
somebody's
bold.
going to do it, Sexton's going to have to do it now. You
Yeah,
can't
I
let
do agree.
Tomac get hot. You cannot let Tomac win 3 in a row.
So do you guys think, with that in mind, do you guys think that now we're going to start, we're to the point in the season where we're going to start seeing repeat
Consistent.
winners and kind of going back and forth?
I can see it. But Caleb, the reason why I am agreeing with you on Sexton, he's only 11 points down behind Tomac.
I have the points pulled up. I want to bring this up too.
Yeah. He's only 11 points back from Tomac.
But
Well within striking distance.
what's crazy is
Oh yeah.
I might have heard wrong. None of us put Anderson in top 3.
Cam did.
Okay, Cam.
I
I
did.
thought he said Stewart. So
I think he had him at second.
Second, yep.
so
No, I think Anderson still stays up there.
I think he's definitely staying in the top 5, 100%.
Oh yeah.
But let's look at going into the points. Tomac 111. Chase is 100, so he's down 11 points. Anderson's at 96, he's down 15. Malcolm Stewart's only down 18 in fourth, and Barsha's down 22. And that rounds out your top 5.
I think those top 4 are the guys to start watching.
Yeah.
You know, we all 3 of us, you know, had those guys in our sights for the fantasy picks, and they've shown, especially with the Triple Crown.
They're the most consistent.
Yeah. They really are.
Yeah, those are going to be the guys to watch at A3.
You hardly see one of those guys not get top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking a look at points right now as well, and Chase Sexton scored 21 points, which is what, 3rd place?
Right.
Correct. 3rd.
Yeah.
He got 3rd the past 2 mains.
So he's losing 5 points every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this week could be huge. If he's going to do something, he needs to do it this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'll have to do something to keep it close. Sorry, go ahead.
Malcolm's gotten 5th place 3 times in a row.
Yeah, he was 7th, 5th, and then
Now he's got the second under his belt.
23 points. But it's a toss-up. It really is. It's still up for grabs. And I want to say it is going to come down to the last race of the season.
I want to say that too.
I hope it does.
That would be awesome.
Just like what year was that when AC's last year on a 250 in Supercross? What year was that?
Oh,
Was it the same year Anderson won the championship?
Yeah,
that would have been.
Was it?
It would have been a year later. I think it would have been 19.
Because that came down to the last lap, final race.
Yeah.
And AC threw it away.
Yeah,
He had a little mental mistake and went over the bars and tossed the championship away.
Yeah, my hope, and I think we can all 3 agree on it. I really, really hope that everybody stays healthy all the way through the end of the season. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody's out for races or anything, and that's going to be what creates the best battles.
Unfortunately, AC's already out, but we kind of saw that coming.
Oh yeah.
Just because of
how he was
his
riding.
shoulder and all that. Yeah. He didn't want to risk doing any more to his body, which you got to respect that.
You got to respect it. Hopefully he comes
totally
back next year and is way stronger than what he was.
Because outdoors, he was doing good. He got the starts he was needing. He just mental mistakes and went down. But we'll see.
We got a good top 4, and 5th and 6th are not too far out as well. That's what Barsha and Webb.
And you
points.
can't at that point. You can't even count out Roxon. He's only 8 points behind Webb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's still super close for the most part. So anything can happen.
Really, yeah.
So,
but
I think that's going to end it, though. We kind of got through that at the same speed as a non-Triple Crown, which is very good. But I think that's going to end it. Y'all got to say anything before we close out this one?
No, I think that covers everything. That's been awesome, guys.
Yep.
Chicken flavored snack crackers are the best.
Yeah. And Joe Shiesty's winning the Super Bowl.
Who do y'all have winning the Daytona 500?
Ken Roxon.
What?
Yeah, I second that.
Yup.
Switching to NASCAR.
But anyways, that's going to end it. We are out. Later.